I showed up every morning, I made the fire burn, I put the quiet dollar toward the lesson you should learn. I never needed paper, never needed ink and pen. My word was worth the promise of 1,000 other men. I held up my hand, darling, kept the house from falling in. But where was the appreciation for the battle I was in? It was the unspoken contract, and you never read the law. So that commitment is the burden that I bear.
I look for the fine print, search beneath the fading light, for the clause that said my effort would be settled late at night. There were terms of trust, darling, unspoken sacred vows. But you broke every single one beneath the willow boughs.
Now the interest is past due, the time for talking's done. I came to collect the honesty beneath the rising sun. That commitment is the burden I bear. Closed now,
you think the chapter's through,
but a contract with a good man
always finds its way to you.
I'm walking out to silence, closing up the final page,
leaving you to face the limits of your lonely golden cage. The agreement is dissolved now, the burden's finally mine, and the greatest compensation is leaving this behind.
Go ahead and keep the silver. I'm collecting something pure. I turned my pockets inside out, shook the linings till they fell. I gave you every promise, I gave you every spell. They say a man's worth measured by the weight of what he gives, but the kindness of my spirit is the thing that never lives. I've been feeding the fire, digging out the final coal. Now I look down at my fingers and I see they've lost their hold. It's the last dollar on the table, honey, and that's the end of the line. The final sign of sacrifice for a harvest that ain't mine. I bought my freedom with the final shred of trust I had inside. Now the table's cold and empty, and all the debts are dead. I can feel the change in my heart, harder than a roll of nickels. I traded all my sunshine for a life of thorns and prickles. I put that dirty paper down right beneath the bar lights glow, knowing that you'll take it, but you'll never truly know. I brought you comfort, darling, brought you shelter from the storm, but you only saw the dollar, never saw the hand that was warm. It's the last dollar on the table, honey, and that's the end of the line. The final sign of sacrifice for a harvest that ain't mine. I bought my freedom with the final shred of trust I had inside. Now the table's cold and empty, and all the debts are dead. It's just a casing now for a history of pain. I paid the final figure just to walk out in the rain. I stand up from the counter, leaving nothing left to lose. No more money, no more heartache, no more promises to choose. I leave the paper lying there, knowing it won't fix the chord. The sacrifice is finished, and I won't be coming back for more. Go ahead and take it, darling. It won't buy you back the man. It's always dim here, the smoke is thick and low, just the way I like it, watching the whole world slow. Sit down on my usual stool, right at the end of the line. He doesn't even ask me, he knows exactly what is mine. He sees the wedding ring, he sees a clean pressed suit, but he knows the deep infection growing right down at the root. Yeah, the barman knows my story, knows the debt I couldn't dodge, sees the silent struggle hidden deep behind the facade. My own wife asks me nothing. Society looks away, but the man behind the counter knows exactly why I stay. I told him about the day I lost the final bit of fight, about the cost of comfort in the middle of the night. He didn't judge the anger, didn't question all the pain, just poured the glass precisely and he let me speak again. He understands the quiet currency, the way a man must pay for all the endless trouble that he couldn't push away. Yeah, the Barman knows my story, knows the debt I couldn't dodge. He sees the silent struggle hidden deep behind the facade. My own wife asks me nothing. Society looks away, but the man behind the counter knows exactly why I stay. It's getting late now. I hear him wiping down the brass. My final chance at honest talk is fading in the glass. I stand up from the velvet, put the payment on the bar, and leave him with a silence that travels near and far. I walk back to the daylight and put the good mask on my face, knowing he's the only witness to the sorrow of this place. Keep the change, my friend. I'll be back here when the truth needs company. The whiskey glass is empty, the clock reads 1/4 the line. You had 20 minutes, darling, to claim what was still mine. I stood here in the doorway, my hand upon the cold brass knob. I gave you every chance to stop this quiet final job. I didn't need the fire, I didn't need the grand applause. Just one simple action that honored loyalty's high laws. This is the last call for loyalty. The silence rings so clear, the sound of you not answering is the only thing I hear. I paid the price for your mistakes, I shielded you from shame. Now the verdict is the echo when I finally speak your name. watch the yellow streetlight throw its shame upon the floor. I listen for the footsteps that won't come through that front door. All the warnings you ignore, all the promises you broke, together now is judgment in the final word I spoke. Thought the game was endless, thought the trust would never fail. But even steel and granite crack beneath the wind and hail. This is the last call for loyalty. The silence rings so clear, the sound of you not answering is the only thing I hear. I paid the price for your mistakes, I shielded you from shame. Now the verdict is the echo when I finally speak your name. The cold air rushes in, now the door swings shut behind my heel. I leave you with the wreckage, the honest truth you couldn't feel. There's a certain kind of freedom found when every hope has died, and the silence of the city becomes the only thing I ride. I walk away from weakness, walk away from all the lies, underneath the judgment of 100 lonely skies. Go ahead and check your messages. You missed the final ring. Clock on the wall, been lying for a solid hour now. Every honest second breaks the promise, breaks the vow. I walk through the fire, clean the mess up, seal the deal. But the only cost they notice is the way my hands don't feel. The suit is pressed, the silence paid, but the ledger still feels cold. Tonight I need a story that hasn't been sold. Whiskey for the heavy truth, let the amber start to burn. The only honest lesson is the one you gotta learn. She won't listen, the city won't care what you achieve. Just pour the deep conviction, pay the price, and let the lies leave. I stand by the window, watching the street lights bleed and blur, thinking about the woman who ain't quite sure what I'm worth, sir. I built a world of comfort, built the inside this bowl. Whiskey for the heavy truth. Let the amber start to burn. The only honest lesson is the one you gotta learn. She won't listen. The city won't care what you achieve. Just pour the deep conviction, pay the price, and let the lies lead. Let the lies lead. The glass is empty now, but the vision's finally clean and true. I know exactly what I owe and what I gotta do. The bitter sting is temporary, but the knowledge stays inside. The only man who carries this burden is the one who cannot hide. I pick up the bottle slow, knowing I'll be fine alone. This is the hard foundation where a kingdom can be grown. Yeah, pour it low, right to the bottom line. Always burn some, but it's the only cure. Right to the bottom line. They see the finished house, they see the suit, the tie, but they never saw the battles I fought beneath the sky. I never made a scene, I never raised my voice to curse. Just swallowed every consequence and tucked it in my verse. You call it strength, you call it grace, I call it pure fatigue. Carrying this empire built by this solitary league. It's the cost of the quiet man, and the bill came due at 4. Paid for every simple truth I locked behind the door. You thought the silence meant agreement, thought the calm was free, but the final tax is loneliness, collected only by me. I drive the long way home now just to watch the streetlights blur. I know I must endure. She asked me if I'm fine, I nod and say everything's alright, knowing I'd explode if I spoke the truth tonight. I signed the checks, I fixed the truth I locked behind the door. You thought the silence meant agreement, thought the calm was free, but the final text is loneliness, collected only by me, but only by me. Cage myself, I stand here with the final key. The only one who understands the cost, honey, is me. Go ahead and call it weakness, I just call it being free. I look at the cold paper laid out upon the desk. It's got my name attached to burdens that put me to the test. I never put my pen down, never spoke the final word, but the price of all your living is the sound that I have heard. They tell me to step up now, they tell me to be strong, paying off a wicked score for a lifetime that went wrong. It's the debt I didn't sign, but the bailiff's at my door, asking for the interest, asking for the final score. I bought the quiet trouble, I bought the bitter leaves, paying for the promise of a cold, indifferent peace. You talk about your struggles, you talk about the heavy chain, but you handed me the wreckage and you handed me the pain. I keep the lights on burning, I keep the empire whole and clean, while you walk away from trouble, never knowing what it means. My hands are scarred and rough from carrying the weight, holding up the ceiling when it starts to break the slate. It's the debt I didn't sign, but the bailiff's at my door, asking for the interest, asking for the final score. I bought the quiet trouble, I bought the bitter leaves, paying for the promise of a cold, indifferent peace. treads written deep now, not in ink but in the bone. I finally understand that I'm fighting this alone. I'll pay the final figure, I'll clear the heavy line, but when I walk out smiling, darling, nothing here is mine. I'll wipe the ledger clean and then I walk into the light, leaving the unpaid wreckage of the day and of the night. Yeah, the paper's worthless now, but the man who pays still walks away. You think the walls are solid, you think the windows hold the light, but there's a devastating heat burning underneath the night. I fought the flames with silence, fought the smoke with bitter pride, locking up the desperation where the darkness couldn't hide. I saved the whole damn city, kept the empire safe and clean, but you only walk the ashes where the struggle hasn't been. There was no witness to the fire when I stood out in the smoke. The only thing that paid the cost was the quiet faith I broke. You only see the structure standing tall against the blue, but you never saw the damage that the burning put me through. I watch the easy talkers claiming credit for the heat, saying that the danger passed beneath their nimble feet. I just stood there soaking wet, the scorch marks on my soul, knowing that the debt I paid took a solitary toll. I wiped the black off my face before I opened up the door, because the truth about the damage is what you cannot handle, sure. There was no witness to the fire when I stood out in the smoke. The only thing that paid the cost was the quiet faith I broke. You only see the structure standing tall against the blue, but you never saw the damage that the burning put me through. every single night. They remind me of the battle fought outside your fading light. I don't need the praise now,